Joining now, Kush.
So a lot of people from the high elite saw PD. So a lot of people from the high elite saw PDD. I saw everything, and I was.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays going up against the Atlanta Braves. Ready to go? Here's Andres Jimenez. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Foul ball there. Good eye right there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Set down on strikes. That was pretty nasty. And the batter is George Springer. Swing and a miss. 0-1. That one down the line and foul ball.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 down, base is empty. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swing and a miss. There's the slider, and it's 0-1. Vientos whips it to first, and Guerrero is set down, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. And we're back. And towing the slab here, Chris Bassett.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Bottom of the first. And now number 21. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Comes up empty.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And
Ball
now
1
and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Michael Harris the second. Next up for the Braves. Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1. Inside, ball 1.
Swing and a ground ball. Oh, great stop. Throws from his knees. Got him. Nice play. 2 outs, base is empty. And the batter now, Matt Olson. Gets a swing and a miss with the sweeper.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
Ball 1 there. 2 outs, base is empty. And he hits a ground ball right side. Clement whips it to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Back at Truist Park, second inning set to go. Anthony Santander at the plate. Schwellenbach back to work. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. And strike 2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike. Schwellenbach. He's the kind of starter that a lot of pitching coaches and managers as well really appreciate. Not a guy who's going to get himself into trouble by dancing around, by walking guys. In the air, left field, down the line, and a foul ball.
Yeah, he throws strikes, and he's got the command to be in the zone, be effective, but just moving the ball around, getting the ball back from the catcher, Boog, and throwing the pitch.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Dalton Varsho will hit next. Check swing, called strike. It's an interesting thing when you consider limiting walks. Is it more important today because of how many home runs are being hit?
No doubt. Keeping players off the base paths with the way the swings and the launch angles are today, the emphasis of hitting home runs is so huge. It's never been more important.
3 straight strikeouts. Bottom of the second, and now it's Atlanta's cleanup hitter, Ronald Acuna Jr. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
0-1's the count.
Out to short. Jump throw. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
Bang, bang at first. Great hustle to beat that one out. To me, it's just a really controlled, balanced swing. He wasn't trying to do too much with it. Just stayed disciplined, got the barrel to the ball, and put it in play.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Next offering in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Snap throw to first, and he gets back in. Acuna runs. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Nobody out, runner at first. Goes down swinging for the strikeout, and the runner stays where he is. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Swing and a foul straight back. Swings through that one for strike 2. Acuna leads off first with 1 away. Next pitch is outside. And a pitch out, but nothing going on. Kicks and deals. Runner goes again. This one in the dirt. Acuna into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility. Three-two. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's gonna have to buckle down right here.
Here's Sean Murphy. Swing and a miss as he was late.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. Got him swinging. Throw to third. Out. And that will end the inning. Top half of the third inning. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Kirk measures 5 feet 8 inches, hitting 7th in today's lineup, and he's a native of Mexico. Sends it to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third. Here's the third baseman, Addison Barger. And that misses. And that is ball 1. Check swing, called strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. One down, base is empty. And a curve is down and in. Bangs off the wall. Around first and hustling for second. Well, he thought about 2, but he's back to first safely. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. Out there to center. Harris hauls it in, and there's 2 away. So the lineup flips over, and the batter will be the shortstop, Andres Jimenez. He's got it, and that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the third baseman, Mark Vientos. Swings and misses. Strike 1.
You know, these Braves, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. And now the shortstop, Ha-Sung Kim. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Swings through the sweeper.
0-2.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Back to the top of the lineup. Now the left fielder struck out swinging, leading off the bottom of the first. And there's a foul ball. 2 outs. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Got him. And how about back here in Atlanta, start of the 4th, leading off George Springer. And a foul ball. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Ripped on a line. Harris calls it in, and there's 1 away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Now the Toronto 4-hole hitter, Anthony Santander. This one could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. Not stopping, he's going for 3. The relay throw.
Wastes no time there. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Hard ground ball for a base knock. And the Jays score first. It's 1-0.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat. We go back to later on when this game is over. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped, caught out in front, and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
On to first, and that is the inning. And we're back. Now the number 2 hitter, Michael Harris II. Fouled off left side. And a foul ball. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Here's Matt Olson. Grounded out his first time up. And that is cut on and missed. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
And a big swing and a miss.
0-2.
Lined into right. Reaching down and makes the grab. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Reached on an infield single his first time. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Swings through that one out in front that time. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. We go to the top of the fifth, and here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Schwellenbach back to work. Acuna there. Makes the grab, one down. Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And it's caught for the out. Now it's the second baseman, Ernie Clement. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss.
And it's 0-2.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Bottom of the inning. Now in for the Braves, Drake Baldwin. On the ground, out to short. Zips it across, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the fifth. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. On the ground to short, Jimenez. Zips it to first, and a couple of quick outs. Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Sean Murphy. Late with the swing there.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Swing and a miss. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Andres Jimenez. Jimenez, 26 years old. Usually a second baseman, but today starting at shortstop. Swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Well, some people think this is no big deal, but I think when you consider the longer throw, the fact that you've got to be able to cover up the middle to your left, it's a big adjustment for him.
Next offering down low and in the dirt. That's back. Pulls it in on the warning track. Here's George Springer. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Off the mark there, and that's ball one.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable, and because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Hard hit left side. Kim with the throw to first. That takes care of Springer. 2 down, bases empty. And now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Tosses to first, and Guerrero is set down. Out number 3. Back at Truist Park, bottom of the 6th. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Mark Vientos. And here it comes. And a weak ground ball to the left side. Whips it across, and that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Ha-Sung Kim next up for the Braves. Struck out swinging his first time. Swing and a miss.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
That one out to right, and that is Springer. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that quickly 2 away. So the batting order turns over. Now the leadoff spot for the Braves. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Now this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Swings and misses. 0-2 now. Swings and misses, and good work. Top of inning number 7. Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Anthony Santander. Late swing, foul to the left.
Seems like the hitters are struggling with their timing today. Kind of caught in between that sharp fastball and the nasty slider. I'd like to see him settle on a consistent pitch.
And Acuna able to make the grab. And the batter now, Bo Bichette.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
On a line out towards center. Diving, gets down, could be extra bases. Around second is Bichette. And he'll make it into third with a triple.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. I could watch base hits like that one all day long. And so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Now here is Dalton Varsho. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
Here's the sac fly situation, and he's got to make sure he gets the ball out over the plate and get those arms extended. They're trying to crowd him with the infield in. It'd be a big pickoff if he can push a run across.
And that one finds its way through. Bichette comes around to score. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. Double play ball to second. Over to Kim. 1. He's out. On to Olsen. That's 2. Bottom of the 7th. And now the center fielder, Michael Harris the second. He was late there, strike 1.
Pretty amazing. His first pitch strike percentage over 90%. You know you're getting something in the zone first pitch. So if you're a hitter, got to be ready to let it fly, even though he's had a lot of success on that first pitch of the at-bat.
And now Matt Olson up to hit. And that is out of play.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Into the outfield, base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with hitters trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
And fouled off. Fouled off. He was late. And a swing and a miss. It is 11th strikeout in this one, really racking up the whips. At up the plate. Drake Baldwin, 0 for 2 in this one. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the...
New arm out of the bullpen, Sir Anthony Dominguez.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Albies swings through it for strike 1. Out to short. They get the force. Inning over on the ground out. Took just 2 pitches to finish the frame out of the bullpen. And we're back. We go to the 8th. And now for the Jays, Addison Barger. Swing and a miss as he was late.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at-bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one. Well, these Jays, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
That's towards center. Puts it away for the out. So digging in, Ernie Clement. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike 1.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
That one the other way. They got it for out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. Andres Jimenez, the next to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss. The tag, and that's out number 3, inning over. Back here in Atlanta, on to the bottom of the 8th, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Sean Murphy.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. And a swing and a miss. And that's the first out. And next for Atlanta, Mark Vientos.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. There's the strike. Struck him out looking. Ha-Sung Kim next up for the Braves. Not close with that one. Ball 1. Liner, base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Now batting, the left fielder.
Here's the left fielder. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Swings through that.
He's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
And down on strikes he goes. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's George Springer to start it off. Schwellenbach back to work. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And the leadoff man aboard.
First pitch swing in, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Now it's going to be Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That one laced to center and a base hit. And now two aboard, coming home. He'll score.
Comes through with the RBI. I love the hustle out of the box. Man, he drove that baseball, and he was thinking triple right away.
Bounding ball here, rolls foul. One on, nobody out, a run in here in the top of the ninth. Albies handles, throws to first, one away as the second run of the inning scores. Bobachek gets a chance to hit. Broken bat, and it's popped up. Olsen hauls it in, 2 away. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. That's a little bit low.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. And they boost their lead. It's 5-0. And next for Toronto, Alejandro Kirk. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. You'll one. And that's in the dirt.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact. So not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
Stretches out and holds it in. Bottom of the ninth. And now Michael Harris the second. On the mound now, number 56.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Matt Olson up to the plate. 1 for 3. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
0-2 now as he swings through it.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Now only 1 out remaining. And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. Lifted to left, and that should do it.
Good game, Kush. Alright, brother. See you second half. Alright. If I get there, thank you, though.